What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful people of the Crasher community? How are you guys doing today? We're back with a new video on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning on in, you absolute legends. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with kind of like a bit of a follow-up in regards to, I guess, the whole thing with gaming, you know, toxicity in gaming, you know, men in gaming being the problem, yada yada, the whole nine. And what we have here is quite the tale. So let's go ahead and let's begin with all of this. So how it started actually came from this clip here from the Twitter user known as Jay Hannah, and it's about a 2-minute long clip, so I am going to speed it up a little bit, but I do feel like context is important, so let's hear out what she has to say.
She wouldn't last 10 minutes in a COD lobby is not, nor has it ever been, a valid excuse for men to act like pieces of human garbage in gaming. I shouldn't have to play a game where all I say is hi, and the whole game is thrown, and I'm in hell for the next 40 minutes because men are being emotional about it. That is not normal, and that's not how the old COD days were, because I promise you, as a man, you have never had somebody throw on the basis of your gender. That doesn't happen. You can say it happens. You're lying. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's such a common thing in the comments of my videos. You guys want to be oppressed so bad that you'll look at a man calling me up, telling me he's going to tell me to get back in the kitchen and say it's not a woman thing, and say that that happens to you too. It doesn't. There's a reason that historically, male-dominated spaces are known for being toxic and unsafe. That goes for gaming, that goes for sports. Any male-dominated space is a bad one. That's not me being sexist. That is me saying there's an inherent issue with the way that you guys have your locker room talk that makes everybody else feel unsafe. I don't know how you could possibly find it fun to make other people feel unsafe. No woman is asking men to make gaming a safe space with sunshine and rainbows and everything, but could you please be normal? Because I want to be able to enjoy playing the game without my life being threatened, without my body being threatened, because I'm existing as a woman. And men are the ones making it unsafe. And I do not care if you feel targeted by me saying men, or if you feel attacked by me saying men, you are part of the problem. If you feel attacked by that, you're part of the problem. If you say just mute them, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and let them say that to me and you don't intervene, you're part of the problem. Because I have a lot of male friends, normal male friends, who don't say slurs and don't threaten people and just play like normal. I understand it is not all men. But if you're not one of the men doing this, it is entirely on you to help stop the men who are. If you don't understand that and you don't understand power imbalances and gender hierarchy, it's not my place to teach you. I'm not your mother. I'm not your teacher. Close the game for 5 minutes and educate yourself. But stop making this a bad experience for everybody else who's just trying to play the game.
Okay, so I got a fair bit to say about this, but I'm gonna try and dumb everything down and sum it up for you guys in a beautiful little package. I definitely think that there is a problem when it comes to toxicity in the gaming space. However, and there is always a however to this, it isn't just exclusively a man thing, it is a person thing. Are men toxic? Abso-fucking-lutely. But are women toxic? Abso-fucking-lutely. It happens, okay? And it's unfortunate when it does happen, but that right there comes with the territory of online gaming, or really anything online to begin with. It can attract anybody and everybody. Doesn't matter if you are good and wholesome, or if you are a toxic troll, or, you know, a toxic piece of shit and stuff like that. It's a formality when it comes to online gaming spaces. You're going to have your toxic assholes, and it's unfortunate, okay? And I'm not saying this in a way to justify the toxicity and the bullshit that goes on there. Nobody deserves it. However, when it comes to the notoriety and I guess we could say the infamy that is the online gaming space, where it has been known for its toxicity, for its trolling and this and that, you kind of have to go into it with a bit of a thicker skin and let meaningless shit like that bounce off of you like bullets to Kevlar. And like I said, you know, I'm a fan of, you know, online trash talk and stuff like that because I think it's fucking funny. You know, some of the craziest, you know, just unhinged, out-of-pocket stuff that I hear when it comes to online stuff, I am absolutely laughing about it, but that's just me, okay? Like, I laugh a lot of stuff off, and that's just who I am. I laugh it off, and I shake it off, and I go about it with my day. Now, even though she did make some points in that video here, what I'm about to showcase here pretty much invalidates all of that, and I'll explain why after we show this clip.
No, it's over, Ina. It's over. Like, if I were to have a boy, we better pray to God that he's gay. We better start indoctrinating him day one. We have to either make him trans or make him gay. We are not having a cisgender straight son.
Oh boy! That right there, that's quite the little video to unpack here. So first off, thank you for admitting the type of parent you would be if you were to have a baby boy. I would feel so bad for that child right there if they had a mother like you. You ever hear of the saying, every child deserves a good parent, but not every parent deserves a child? Well, that fits you to a T. Now, the reason why this clip here is relevant and contrasting to the other clip right here is because what was said in the other clip is pretty much invalidated. Now, I'm not saying that those points in general are invalid, but everything that she says pertaining to the subject is invalid, and let me explain why. Because with that clip right there, it pretty much signifies that she comes off more as a toxic man-hater than anything. Like, imagine saying that about your would-be child, that if they were a boy, that you would want to indoctrinate your boy, turning them trans or gay because for whatever strange reason, you seem to have a hate boner when it comes to the straight male. Now, mind you, if it was your kid's choice to, you know, have a lifestyle revolving around the LGBTQ, whether they are trans, gay, bi, what have you, that's their choice. And, you know, that right there is where the argument ends. But if you are indoctrinating that, if you are forcing that upon them when they don't even know who they are, that right there is red flag central, my friend. That is where we open up a different can of worms, but that's not what this video is about. This video is more or less to expose you for being, well, more or less a fraud and an idiot. Like, had you not have said what you said in that second clip and you just stuck with everything in the first clip, you would have had more of a solid foundation when it came to this subject here. But considering you got exposed for not only that disgusting clip, but exposed for having a negative bias towards men, that pretty much invalidates your argument and future arguments on this subject. Now, with that being said, that does not at all invalidate the genuine concerns and the real cases of online harassment that people go through, men and women. I definitely stand against that 150%. There's definitely a lot of depravity, a lot of toxicity, and just a lot of just in general negativity when it comes to online spaces, and there are people that get unfortunately targeted from those type of things. Now, if it's just something as simple as trash talking and stuff like that, and nothing happens beyond the trash talking, well then that is where the thick skin can suddenly come into play. But if you're being harassed, cyberstalked in any way, then those are definite cases that need to be taken seriously and things that I would not wish on anybody. But if you're going to try to make a whole demographic look bad just because you had, you know, some bad experiences from that person that represents that group, and you try to paint the entire group with that big broad brush there because of a few bad experiences, well, in the words of The Rock, off is the direction you can fuck. Because it's just straight up not right when you have an entire demographic, an entire group being painted with a negative brush just because you had negative experiences from a few of those people within that group. And I'm not just talking about men, okay? Let's set aside men for a moment, okay? I'm talking about in general, okay? Groups of anybody, whether it revolves around race, whether it revolves around a gender, whether it revolves around religion. You guys get the idea. It's not right to put generalizations on an entire group just because you have bad experiences from a few people that represent that group. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent there, didn't I? But I kind of wanted to add in another sort of, I guess you could say, life lesson into this video. But what do you guys think about what was discussed here in this video as well as my takes? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Either way, I love to hear back from you amazing legends in the comments down below. And that is it here for the video. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, always be humble, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.